Hello, hello. Welcome everyone. How are you doing today? I hope everything is fine. Welcome to the Hump Day stream. Yes, we are getting closer to the weekend. And that is great news. Actually, it doesn't get better than that. Unless it's Friday, then it's better. Okay, let's do a quick check. Seems like everything is live. Very surprising. Okay, seems like we are streaming. Yay! Okay, welcome back to the stream. Today, yet another encoder stream. We haven't finished yet, but we are very close to having something functional. So for the past 3 streams, we've been working on this little fella. And also yesterday I managed to do some extra work on it. And now it's almost done. We still have few kinks to iron out. So yesterday I was trying to get this thing working because we want to have a switch which will be placed over here. And the issue was that when I was pressing it like that, maybe I can bring the bearing for you. Okay, so there's the bearing and the switches should be underneath. I think I even have it somewhere. Okay, this one. Oh yeah, that's our switch. So the issue was that when I was pressing the bearing and the holders were over here, so that didn't quite work. I still have the previous holder. Yeah, this one. Or maybe this one. Yeah, this one. So the issue was actually with this part. So what I did, I just sliced everything like so. And you can see this over here. Yeah, so the only thing that is now holding the bearing from the bottom is the push button, and this is the good approach. Now it's working. We have a really nice tactile click when we press the wheel. Yeah, it looks like this, and I can show you live because I have it print already. Maybe from the front. Yeah, so it looks like this. So the click now is very audible, and you can really feel it. You can see like how far it goes, and the wheel is still like locked in place. It doesn't fall out. Yeah, you can hear the click. It's very nice. Maybe it would be a little bit better if the switch was just a little bit lighter, because like when you have it like this, so pressing it is not super hard, but definitely it's much harder than the one from the original encoder. I can't even find it anymore. Yeah, from this one. So if I compare the two, already got my hands dirty. Okay, so if I compare the two, this one is softer. It's not that clicky. So this one was definitely easier to push. Oh, this one is not that bad. The issue here is that we don't really have anything else to fit inside. There isn't much choice left, sadly for us, because we are really space constrained, because this part we would like to keep as short as possible, because we want to fit in one new size, which is like one key size, which is 19.05. So yeah, every millimeter matters for us. And from here we don't really have, I think I took the smallest. There is a different one, different switch, but looks very similar. This one might be even better to use. Let's compare these two, because this one has these two tiny feet. Go from the top. Yeah, so as you can see, the one on the right, this one looks like it will be easier to solder. So I think I will go with this one, and let's take a look. How does it look like size-wise? I just found it. Yeah, and other than that, we don't really have much to choose from. Everything else is much bigger, and we don't really have any more space left, unless we do some kind of a tweak and we like place it somewhere underneath. Yeah, but this defeats the purpose, because we also don't want to be too tall. We want to have as compact as possible. The encoder should be like as compact as possible. So yeah, we don't really have much choice, but let me hide this one first before I break all the legs. Although maybe I should start selling these, because I still have some, like even unused ones. And I was checking AliExpress just recently, and the price for this thing is crazy. So yeah, it's a pity they don't make them anymore. But that is actually good, because it pushed the community to come up with some substitutes. I am not the first one who's like working on it. There are already done projects. You can check one of the earlier streams, and there is one encoder kind of similar to this one, but a little bit bigger, but the same concept. I think it's also using mouse encoders. So yeah, there are options already. Yeah, but I wanted to have something smaller than that. I really wanted to fit into 1U, and so far it's been going great. Okay, so let's take a look how big is this little fella. Okay, so this one is 3 millimeters as well. So that is great. And how long is it? Okay, so just the body is 3.9. And if we take it together with the legs, okay, it's 5. Okay, and this one, I think this one was shorter. Okay, 4.6, so not that much of a difference. Yeah, but I think we should upgrade to this one, because it will be definitely easier to solder anything to it compared to these tiny legs. Okay, so we have to redesign this thing, and from my yesterday research, I found out that we have to fix encoder in place more than this. I was thinking that we can get rid of the top. It doesn't really hold it. It's not. I think it's not that much important, but we have to prevent it from moving left and right, or at least left, because like even though, yeah. So I think we need a wall over here, because as you can see, the metal pin is not that tight, which is okay. It's easier to put it in and remove it. Yeah, but we need something to block the encoder from moving outwards, because over here for the bearing we already have something that is holding it, so that is fine. So we need something to hold it here. We have to chop off this holders from the top. Yeah, and after that we have to find a way to get the wires out. Yeah, this one is even easier. Well, technically, if we make a bigger hole, we should be able to fit both of them, probably. I will see how it goes. Yeah, okay, so that's the plan for today. I hope it will go smooth. Yeah, so as I said, we wanted to be as compact as possible. So currently we sit at, I think something, 17.85. So yeah, compared to like 1905, we have some space left. I wouldn't want to go too far with it. Okay, so first thing we need to change, let's focus on this one. We can remove the roller because that's gonna be like obstructing the view, and we can also get rid of the bearing and our switch. It's not really necessary over here. Okay, so well, these parts they are not really attached to their rest, so these are like two separate bodies. I'm also checking because it's a different keyboard. Last time I was complaining about the right mouse button, but I switched the keyboards, so we can check it on next Monday because it was misbehaving. But I was working on it yesterday and it was okay, so I don't know what was happening. Maybe the whole PC was struggling because as it turned out, I have connected like two different GPUs, one from the CPU, and I had like the less important monitors on it, and then the one that I am streaming from was attached to GeForce, and I think that was causing some trouble. Like I think the cursor was kind of like stuttering because of that. I don't think it's a good idea to stream from two different cards, even though like the main screen is from the stronger one and from the one that I'm encoding with, but yeah. Well, so far so good. Okay, anyways, let's take a look. So these are these two parts. Okay, so I think I have to split it into maybe two different components. Let's make it top holder, so I don't have to open this group every time I want to do something. Okay, so we do it like this, and yeah, now I can quickly switch it off. Okay, let's take a quick look. Okay, I think the height, we'll leave it like that because the picture is not that quite accurate because when you look at it, it looks like they're sticking out a lot, but in reality, that's not quite true because as you can see, or maybe you can see, yeah, so they're almost like touching. So I guess I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, we have to focus on this thing. So okay, we need a wall over here. And this wall is how much? I think I made it, okay, 0.5. Yeah, I was having some odd issue because I had these walls over here, I had them 0.5. and then these walls over here, they are 0.5. So this was 0.4 over here, and this one was by default 0.5. So if I was printing without thin wall detection, I was getting this, but this would vanish. And if I enabled the thin wall detection, then it would print this, but this not. I don't know why, kind of odd, since they are like thicker than the bottom ones. So why would it skip the thicker ones and leave the smaller ones? Yeah, so I changed this to 0.5, and I think from now on, I think it's better to do 0.5, just to be on the safe side, because like on Bamboo, as you can see, or as you could see maybe back then, we can maybe refresh. Then there is the setting, the line thickness, and it's usually greater than 0.4. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, so line width is 0.42 and 0.5 for the initial layer. So yeah, neither of this is less than 0.4. I guess we can change that to maybe 0.39. Maybe nothing would happen, and it would still print. But I think like having 0.5, it wouldn't hurt, and I think it might make it more compatible. Some people might have issues printing with a finer line. So I guess I would just leave it at 0.5, and hopefully this will be easier to print for everyone. Okay, so we need a wall over here. So definitely, because this is already sticking together, and okay, this is 3.6, and okay, 3.6. But let's take a look quickly at one of the encoders, because they have this fancy, whatever it is, some kind of spacers over here. It's like plastic sticking out. So let's see what is the thickness if we include that. Okay, 3.63. Okay, so I think we should make it maybe 3.75, just to be on the safe side. Okay, and the size over here was 9.6. All right, so let's move it. Let's take the ruler. So 3.775. And this one we can just hit U and up to this. Okay, so this should be enough. Okay, one more thing, because we are using it rotated right now. Okay, let's do it like this. Sorry, 180. Okay. Okay, this looks better. So now we need something to hold it over here. So at the bottom we have this support, so it doesn't go too low. Okay, I think we can do it a little bit differently. How about we do it like this? If I can just move this edge, like maybe 2.4. Oh no, not this one. Okay, one more try. Okay, I think it would be faster if I just hide it. Okay, so the arrow is this way, so we need to do minus 2.4. Oh, that is a little bit too far. So maybe minus 1.2. Okay, minus 1.2. Okay, this should be good, maybe. We're gonna find out later. Okay, and this one also minus 1.2. Okay, so then we have that. Okay, but I left it because I wanted to have something that will bind these two parts. So I think we should still connect these. Let's make a rectangle over here. And okay, let's pull it minus 2.4, minus 1.2 maybe. Again, 1.2. Okay, this should hold it okay. I'm not gonna bother with those edges. Just gonna leave it like that. At least for now, maybe, because at this point I'm not sure if it's gonna be okay or not. Yeah, but should be enough to hold it. Okay, so now we need something to hold it. Okay, we can do it both ways. I mean, maybe instead of making like a wall over here, like a huge wall that will hide everything, maybe instead we can just extend this a little bit more and do like a tiny edge that will hold it, because we don't really need to cover the whole back wall of the encoder. We just need a tiny piece. At least that's what I'm thinking about. What is the size over here? 375, and here I think I have to still pull it. Okay, so this one, and this one, and pull to here. Okay, 0.15. Okay, it looks like we are slowly eating our margin. Oh, that's fine. Okay, and this as well. Okay, let's move it up to here. And let's move this one up to here. Okay, we're still gonna have to, I think, extend it a little bit more later. Okay, so I think I will do it like that. I will just copy this wall and paste it, and now I can pull it, and let's do 0.5. And this one, let's do maybe 1.2 this way. Okay, doesn't look bad. And yeah, okay, I think we still have to, I think we're gonna have to cut the whole piece over here, because we have to move it 0.5, because we have to accommodate for the wall on the inner side. Or we can do it later, or maybe we can just pull it. Let's see if I grab it like that. Most probably it's not gonna work. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, it worked. That is good. Okay, we have some. It's 375 over here, and this one is not 375 anymore. 3.8. I think some dimensions might have been off a little. Okay. Let's select this one, copy and paste, pull 0.5 and 1.2. And the same goes for this one. Copy and paste, pull 0.5 and this way 1.2. And the last one, and pull 0.5 and 1.2. Okay. So now we have to move these to accommodate for that, and also the other side. Okay, and all the way up to here. Okay, what is the size right now? 19. Okay, I was so happy that we are like 1 millimeter below. Looks like we are not anymore. What's still within the limit? Still 19, so 0.5 is left. Okay, let's make it a little bit pretty. Okay, that looks much better. Well, technically we could maybe make one body out of it and then round this edge. But maybe we can do it later, because we still don't know if it's gonna fit or not. And also I think I would like to have these two in a separate, group or body. Let's call it encoder holders, and we have this and this. Okay, yeah, so it got a little bit messy because like this one is somewhere else completely. Okay, and the holders, okay, these over here. Okay, that looks much better. Perfect. Okay, but the question is, okay, we have moved this, but we haven't moved this one. Let's take a look how the roller sits now. Okay, we have space. So I think we should move these to be aligned with the rest. And this one. Okay. Yeah, it looks like today the stream is a little bit less demanding on my machine. So it would seem like streaming from 2 GPUs is not the best idea. Okay, that is a good news. Good lesson. Okay, and one more thing. I wanted to double check this space. So from here to here we have 9.6. And how much did we measure? Okay, 9.63. So I think we'll make it 9.75 maybe. Okay, so we have to move it like 0.075. Yeah, am I correct? Let's do a quick calculation. So 0.0 times 2, 0.15. Yeah, that should do the trick. Let's see. Okay, let's move it. It's even in the correct direction, 0.0075. And this one. And this one you have to minus 0.0075. Okay, so what is this distance right now? 975. That is awesome. Okay, we can move this a little bit back. We don't need it to be sticking out of the... Okay. That is something important with this CAD. So if I grab this edge right now, so you can see that the arrows are kind of at an angle, because I think it's using this angle to set the direction. So whatever we'll be doing will be according to this direction. So if I move it right now, just take a look. If I move it right now to this side, you see it's also like raised it up a little, which we don't really want that. But we can change that. We can hold Alt and Shift, and then we can click on something that has the direction that we want to. So like I would like to move it in this direction, the same direction as this edge. So as you can see, it turned blue. Now I can, and also we can see the arrows, they change when I hover over some other parts. So for example, this edge will give me the same direction as this one. And this one is the original one, for example, but we can also do it like this. Okay, so I would choose this one, and I need to click. I forgot to click. Oh, sorry, not Alt Shift, just Alt. So like this, just Alt. Now, and now as you can see, it changed. So now I can move it in the direction that I want. Yeah, and it's clean. So let's practice a little more on this one. So I want this edge and to here. Okay, looks clean, looks good. Yeah, later on, if once we have the whole thing settled, I think we could try to make the base smaller. I don't know how much smaller yet, because, well, technically the first thing I wanted to do with it, I wanted just to be hand-wired, so that is fine. But maybe we can consider some options, how to make it mountable into MX and choke socket. But yeah, that is for a later stream. First we need to get this finished. Okay, so our switch, and I already forgot what was the size of it. So I think the width was the same, 3 millimeters, so it should fit over there, no problem. And that one was, I think was 6, 9.5, I can't remember. Okay, it's 5.8. Hard to tell if it's okay, 5. Okay, so maybe 5.1 should be good enough. Oh, and we have a new follower on Twitch. Desperate Lotus. Thanks for following. I appreciate. 3 more followers, and I think it will be time for our side project. I already removed the counter because nothing was happening. It was kind of obstructing the view. Yeah, but we have the goal is 8 followers, and we'll be making a very tiny multimedia controller. Maybe we can do something like a side project Friday or something like that. Hopefully it wouldn't take long. Maybe 1-2 streams, maybe 3 at most. Let's see how it goes. But first we need to hit the goal, which is 3 more followers. So keep following, guys, and we might do something else than encoders. I'm kind of bored already. Okay, so that was 5.1. Yeah, 0.1. And this is 4.8. So we need 0.3, so each side is gonna be 0.15, if my math is correct, which hardly ever is. Okay, so minus 0.15, and this one also minus, and 0.15. Beautiful. Okay, let's move it to here. I can grab by this edge. And this one. Okay. Okay, so looks like it's fine. So we have the push button fixed, and we also have encoder fixed. Okay, I just realized that we don't really need these. Maybe I can skip this wall, because we already have something that will be holding it here. Yeah, but on the other hand, the metal pin, it doesn't really sit that tight. I didn't want it to make it like super tight because it's very difficult to push it in, and even more difficult to release it from the bearing and from the roller. So okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'm gonna leave it with 2 walls, and we can see what happens. Although, no. Okay, change my mind. We're gonna get rid of this. Where are they? Okay, encoder holders. Okay, this one. Because I think that the metal pin will only allow it to move to the left. So since we blocked left side over here, I hope it will be fixed, because there will be no more space for the metal pin to move. It can't move to the right because it's already blocked over here, and it's not really moving on the bearing because the bearing is very tight. So this part is like fixed in place. So if you limit it over here, that should do it. So maybe we can get some space back from here, or maybe we can make the roller a little bit bigger. Okay, so it looks more or less okay. Okay, let's print it and see what happens. And wrong option. We don't need PDF, we need STL. All right. And back to Bamboo. Okay, let's see what happens when we slice it. Okay, everything seems to be present. So we have holders for the bearing, we have... Oh yeah, maybe before we start, maybe that is a good moment to finally take a look. How can we go about making the canals for the wire? So I was thinking that maybe we can do something like a tunnel. So this is the edge of the push button. So maybe we can make a rectangle and then kind of route it to the bottom, like from this side and from this side. And like at first sight, it sounds like it makes sense. So for example, where are we? This part is over here. What is the size from here to here? Okay, 1.2. So maybe we can make like a rectangle over here that will cover the whole wall. That should be enough for the wire, I suppose. Oh, we can make it even smaller because for Chordie I had the walls like 0.6 by 0.4. I think I should recall it. Yeah, maybe it doesn't have to be this big. Let's take a look. Okay, so from here to here is how much? Okay, 1.2. Yeah, but this is quite a lot actually. We can fit a lot of wires over here. So even if you make it 0.6 and this is 2.8, I don't think we have to make it this big. It's gonna be just single wire, and the tunnels in Chordie are meant for like couple of them. So maybe we can do 0.6 by 0.6. Let's see. Let's make a rectangle from the center. And yeah, we have a snap to the grid. Okay, so we want 0.6 by 0.6. Okay, let's take a look. What is the size of the pin? Okay, so the pin is 1.3. Okay, so I think I will make it... Let's make it 1.5 over here. And the height, let's make it maybe 0.8. I forgot to measure one more thing. I hope this push button is the same height as the previous one, which should be 2 millimeters when it's not pressed. Oh yes, okay, it's 2 millimeters. And when we press, it's okay, a little bit less, 1.9. Okay, so this size is fine. And since we have the legs on the bottom, okay, let's leave it at 0.8 and 1.5. But I would like to, I think I would like to move it a little, all the way to the bottom, to this. Okay. I think I can get rid of this plane, but I would like to make a new one. Okay, because I would like to slice it in half, and then we can check how can we route the, because we need like a guiding line to push it later on. So I think we can find something if we just slice it correctly. We can find like a good shape for the line. So let's move this like a halfway. Yeah. So we need to go like down over here. Okay, so the question is, should we go like this and a sharp angle and over here, or shall we do it like this? Okay, let's see what happens. If our CAD skills are good enough. I wonder if it will allow me to hit the center over here. Most probably not. Okay, let's do a 3-point arc. Oh no, okay. There is a snap point, like a midpoint over here. That is great. And let's make it, because I can go to this edge and hit shift, and then it will show me like how far I have moved, so I can do it the same way on the other side. So this is like 3.5. Let's make it 4 millimeters. Okay. And 60 degrees, 45. Yeah, let's make it 60. Okay, I will do it the lazy way. I will just copy and paste to this side. Yeah, and let's do the same thing on the other side. So it was a 3-point arc. It was starting from here, and from this edge we had -4 and 60 degrees, like this. Okay, I broke something. One more try. From here to here. And -4. It's why is it below? Okay, we don't want snap to the grid, we want to snap to here. -4. Okay, and we want 60. Okay, the question is, do we have the same distance from this point to this? Okay, it doesn't tell us, but we can measure. We can do it either like this, or we can take this measuring tool from here to here. I think I have to hold Control. Okay, 4 millimeters, and from here to here, also 4. Okay, perfect. So let's change these to construction lines, because we don't want them to turn into any kind of solid. Okay, so now I can grab this and I can pull it along some trajectory. So I just hit P to pull, and I think the trajectory, okay, it's called sweep over here. So we can sweep it, and where is our line? Okay, it's catching everything but the line. Okay. And we can hit this button and it should give us like a full pull. Okay, I think I should have like push it a little bit more. Okay, let's take a look. How does it look like? Okay, looks okay, in my opinion. As long as we can push the wire through it, then it's fine. We don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, let's sweep. And where is this fella? Over here. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's help it a little to go to here. Okay, so now we have to cut the shape. So I will just activate the whole body over here. Okay, so let's start cutting. So this is the first part. So we choose this, and we cut from here. Okay, now we want this part, and we want to cut this piece. And we want to remove that. Okay. And the other side, so we want this. We want to remove that, and now we can remove this piece. Okay, and from this part, we want to cut this, and when the cursor changes to this, we can show it which part we want to remove. We want this. So the way I'm using this, I don't have this like auto merge or anything like that. So usually the cutters will stay. And also I think if you press I for cutting, you can mark this thing, keep the cutter. So this way, this shape wasn't really removed. So we can leave it over here. I like to keep the cutters because sometimes when I need to change something, usually the cutter will stay the same size, the same shape, the same like trajectory. So it's good to keep them. So let's call it wire canal cutters. And I will just move them to some other part. And I think I should move it to outside of this body. To bearing holders, okay. Okay, let's remove it. And now we can take a look what have we done. Okay, perfect. This looks good. It looks like we can do something with it. It's a nice cut. Yeah, nothing is like interfering or anything like that. Okay. Promising, as usual, until we print it, assemble it, and then we'll turn out that it's trash. Okay. I am not expecting any trouble with printing it. Like, I don't think the plastic should like cover the hole anyway. It's such a small size that it should be good. Okay, let's send it to the printer. Okay, and back to Bamboo. So I think we should reload it from the drive. Okay, not that much has changed on the outside, but let's take a look if we have our... Yeah, we have our hole over here. Yeah, so that's one, and that's the other one. Okay, looks good. Looks like something that we can safely print. Okay, no time lapse this time and no bad leveling. Okay, let's go. I have definitely too much stuff on my workbench. There's hardly any space left for any tools or anything else. Okay, what is happening? Let's start our camera for the printer. Okay, it says it's initializing. Hello, NBBLR710. My god, that's a tongue twister. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, what we are building an encoder. It's supposed to look Nibbler. Okay, yeah, that's easier, Nibbler. Yeah, so we are building an encoder, and it's almost done. Yeah, when I put the roller in and I put the bearing in, this looks more like an encoder. Okay, so it looks like this, and on this side there is a mouse encoder over here. Yeah, so right now we just add these two parts to fix the whole thing in place, and like some other minor changes. And we will be also changing the push button over here, and we also did some wire canals. I can show you. Yeah, okay, if I just rotate, because now, yeah, so we just did these two because we're gonna have a push button over here, so we need wires to attach to it.
And BBLR710 just followed.
So yeah, it's a substitute because like up to just recently everyone was using this encoder. Everyone was using this, but this is old stock, and you can still buy it, but one can cost you like $30 plus, which is obviously a waste of money. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so a lot of builds gonna be maybe not stuck because there is a solution. Someone else made something different, but that encoder is a little bit bigger, and I wanted to have something that will fit into one U. So basically, they are very similar. I have just a little bigger wheel, but we can make it smaller. And like currently, we are still in a prototyping phase, so it's not fully done yet. You mean this one or this one? The one on the left or this one on the right? Ah, yes. It's supposed to fit into one switch size, which is like 1905. So right now it's 19 by 19 or something like that. And the switch is 1905 by 1905. So if you take a look, like I have a part of my other prototype keyboard. So if you put it against like other switches, so it looks more or less like a switch. Yeah, I wanted it to fit into one U, but then when it's done, when we have it finally like nailed down, we don't have to do any more changes to it. I think I can also do like 1.5 or maybe 1.25. We can make it a little bit bigger because in one of my other builds, I have well, I don't. Okay, this one. I'm not quite sure if you'll be able to see. So you see there is this, I have a scroll over here as well. I have one over here and one over here. More like 2U times 1U. So I want make it longer, because like over here I have it under my thumb, and or something like this. There is a different version of this old one. So it looks like this. So this one is like, I don't know, more like 2 times the size. Let's take a look. This one is 16, and the bigger one is 33. Yeah, so like 2 times the size. So maybe this is too big, like, you know, compared like this. But I think I would like to have something that would be like 1.5 the size of this one. So this is 1U, and I would like to have maybe 1.5 as well. If you want to have it like under the thumb. So it's better when it's bigger when you have it under the thumb. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Still plenty of work to do. You don't really need resistors, you need diodes if you want to build like a full matrix. But you can also do direct. You can get away even without any kind of diodes if you make it like directly connect to the MCU. Stick around if we have 3 more followers on Twitch. Diff voltage shows different voltages. I don't quite understand. What do you mean by that? Because like in a keyboard, if I have, I think I should have a matrix somewhere. Let's take a look. No, it shouldn't show different voltages. Let me think about it. I mean, if you have like a 5 volts MCU, then you should have 5 volts. Unless there is a drop on the diodes that is like 1.6. Okay, I'm not logged in. Let's take a look maybe somewhere else. How many keys did you want to have in your keyboard? Okay, but 2 by 3. Okay, so that's 6. Well, technically, you could get away without any diodes, without anything, and you don't really need resistors to drop the voltages. Because if you take a look, okay. For example, like you wanted to have 6 keys. So if you look at the Pro Micro, for example, so you see you have like so many pins over here. So you can use almost all of them, starting from here. So these are all usable. This one, you can use these 2. This is ground, so these as well. So this is more pins that you actually need for your keyboard, which was 6 keys in total. So you don't need anything. You can just, if you have a switch, more like this, like switch looks something like that on a schematic, right? So you can connect one leg of the switch to the ground, for example. and then the other leg you connect to the pin. And you do the same for every key. So this is called like direct connection. And then on the firmware you can just yes, okay, that is yeah, that this can happen. If you want to go like bigger, then yeah, then you will quickly run out of pins. And the full size, you mean like 104 keys or like a 60% keyboard? Okay. Yeah, 60%. Let's take a look. I don't really know if you can fit 60%. Let's take a look. 60%, yeah, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5. If you make a matrix, right? So you have like 5 rows. And then you need to do the columns, right? So you have like one column over here. So that would be like one column, another one. Yeah, on the Pico RP2040 Pico. Yeah, this should be enough. This should give you a lot of pins actually. Yeah, and also at this, I mean, I was talking about AVR Pro Micro, but like going AVR now doesn't make sense at all. So RP2040 is the way to go. Yeah, and this will give you a lot of pins. Yeah, definitely. You have a lot of them. Not enough to do direct connection, but yeah, like a full-size matrix should be fine. It's like this is Tinsy. Yeah, Tinsy also has a lot of pins. Tinsy should be good as well, but not why go with the RP2040. I think it's cheaper. As far as I remember, Tinsy was always very expensive. I even have one somewhere. I never got to use it. Okay, I will go pick up the print. I will be right back. If you're doing direct, then you don't need diodes. Doing matrix, which most probably you need to do for a 60% keyboard, then you have to do it with the diodes. Okay, so this is our fella, fresh off the print bed. Do I have a piece of wire somewhere? Okay, first thing, let's see if we can actually push the wire through. I was talking that there is so much space and it's gonna turn out that we can't really push it, yeah. Looks like it's not that great. Yep, we can't really push it through, so we'll have to make the hole bigger. That's not a problem. Definitely at least twice the size. It hardly fits in. Okay, nothing to worry about. Okay, let's see how the push button fits in. Because this one is a different one. Okay, went in quite nicely. Yeah, looks good. We have some space still left, but I think we have to we'll have to move the walls a little, because like once we solder, yeah, we need to make bigger holes for the wire canal. We have to expand it, and I think we have to remove the whole wall. Okay, but so far so good. Now I can't get this push button out. Okay, so I think this one goes to trash. Okay, and see what happens now. So we have these limiters at the back. Okay, I think I know what will be wrong. We have to get rid of, we have to cut this out. Because I changed the holder to be on the sides, and I forgot that this might be blocking. Okay. So I'm actually attaching it backwards. Okay, looks like it's kind of okay. It's not really moving anymore. Like you really have to put a lot of force. And it seems to be holding quite okay. So that was a good idea. But the issue is that we have this, we can't really cut the legs. This, okay, we can't really cut this cleanly. So they are kind of sticking out. I think we can lower it a little, but like looking at it, it's kind of too high. Okay, but like we have the click. Can you hear it? Yeah, clicks nicely. And how does it scroll? Yeah, it's very smooth. Like there is hardly any contact surface, and it's not really like it's not sliding on this, so it's very easy to scroll. A bit more difficult to push because the button is rather hard. Yeah, but at least it works. Okay. Seems to be fine. Yeah, the only issue is those legs. As you can see, I can't really cut it like close. Yeah, it's still a piece of metal sticking out. Okay, but what can we do about it? Well, the other thing is that this metal is not really covering the whole part. So maybe we can make the holder a little bit thinner. So how much space do we have over here? Yeah, about like 1 millimeter. Okay, let's take. All right, back to Bamboo Studio. I mean, back to Design Spark, back to the CAD, not Bamboo Studio. Okay, so let's get rid of the roller. So it will be sitting like this. Okay, so this wall should be 1 millimeter to hold it. And this wall should be also 1 millimeter. And this is the base. No. Okay, this is the base. Okay, I think it should be 1 millimeter from here, from this wall. It's only 0.5 right now. Okay, so from here, okay, from here to here, we need 1 millimeter. I hope it won't be too much. Okay, and let's fix this part, because now we have the encoder holder. It's kind of like hovering in space. Oh, let's pull it all the way to here. Okay, what we have to get rid of this. So I think we can cut it out with a rectangle like this. Okay, this should be fine. So we should have some space for the metal leg over here, for the leg that is supposed to lock it in place. And then this part will be our support. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Okay, all the way to here. Oh no, actually, it doesn't really matter if I pull it to here and then cut, or if I pull it to this and then just add from the bottom. Okay, looks fine. Okay, and here comes our wire. Okay, let's remove this and okay, so this is not enough. How can I extend it without putting too much work into it? That is a good question. I think I can maybe... I wonder if I can... Okay, what's... I can't pull it from here. No, this one too. Okay, what if I just hide this? And if I hide the base, and maybe I can do something with the cutters. That maybe... Yeah, so that's why I said that it's always better to leave the cutters. Okay, let's take a look. Where is the switch? Over here. Yeah, let's make it full size, like this. And let's sweep it. Yeah, this should be better, hopefully. Let's do the same thing over here. And now we can make a sweep. Okay, all the way, and all the way to here. Something is not right. I wanted to sweep this wall, not the other one. Yeah, now it works. So let's pull it to here. I think I can bind them together. Okay, let's bring back the base. Okay, how does it look like? I think we can pull it a little more. We have some space over here. We're gonna look at it later. Okay, so I think we can try to cut something out of it. Okay, I think we can remove that already. and also cut from the base. And this one is cut already. Okay, it would seem so. Okay, now we have a decent hole. Okay, no, it's not cut really. Okay, one more try. Okay, how about now? I'm thinking about this edge. Are we gonna be able to move it? Okay, it worked, so that's fine. We don't really need it over here. It's just gonna be obstructing. It's better to have it exposed. And what is this? It looks like some cutting artifact. Yeah, something is not right. Okay. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, I think I know what happened. I think it... even though, yeah, I think it moved the whole thing. So when I move this edge, I think it caused this glitch. Oh, that is fine. I think we can cut it some other way. Usually moving edges like that, it's not the best idea, at least in this app. Yeah, now it looks clean. Yeah, let's see if we can do it like this. If I make a rectangle over here, will I be able to pull it down without destroying anything? Okay, now it looks clean. Nothing happened. Okay, so let's do it over here as well. Okay, looks more or less fine. Let's take a look on the slice. Yeah, this should be enough for the one wire. Okay, what happened over here? We did some changes. Okay, I think we can remove this part. Okay, so there is an empty space over here. Okay, I would like to move it this one as well, although it would print still fine because like there is connection over there anyway. Okay, we don't need that. I don't know where this line even came from. Okay, now it looks fine. Now it should do the trick. Alrighty. I think that's all for this one. Okay, since this is 375, I think we can move this wall as well. Because that was supposed to accommodate for the other wall if it was a wall over here, but since we don't have it, so I think it's safe to move it back. Yeah, so maybe we can have some extra space for the roller, or maybe we can just make it smaller. How much space do we have? Oh yeah, okay, that is quite some space. Like from here, from the roller, I think it's like 0.5. Yes, 0.5. And over here we have, oh, we have 155. Okay, so we can, maybe we can get our millimeter back because now we are at 19. Yeah, at 19. So then we can end up with 18. And this side is 1905 still. Oh, that's fine. We can make it smaller. Or maybe we can make the wheel small. Oh, that is not important at this moment. We're gonna think about it later. Once we do, once we start looking at it in terms how does it look when we put it together with some other keys. We're gonna try with MX, we're gonna try with chalk. Maybe we want to have like two different versions, like a smaller one for the chalk and maybe bigger one for the MX. Yeah, looks about right. Most probably it's broken anyway. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay, so the hole is much bigger now. Okay, let's send it off to the print machine. Okay, while it's printing, somehow there is no, it's still initializing. Okay, anyway. I think in the meantime we can dismantle this one, since it doesn't fit anyway. Yeah, I think we have, because this leg is like 1.6, we can call it maybe 1.7, and the hole encoder is 3.6, and we made it 1 millimeter. So we should have, that's 1.7 and 2.7, and the whole thing is 3.6. Yeah, so we should have enough space. Okay, I think this one stays the same. And I think I bent it. Maybe I can fix this one leg. Yeah, I already ordered more of these. I think I ordered 20 pieces. They are very cheap. I hope they won't get more expensive if ever happens that, you know, this will become more popular and people start buying these. But there are other ones that are not Kale, and they're the same size, same dimensions. So yeah, we can always get a cheap substitute. I mean cheap, these are cheap as well. But we can get a substitute from a different manufacturer. It looks exactly like this, but without the Kale name on it. Okay, Bamboo doesn't want to show anything. But at least you have visuals from the camera, if it's working. Yeah, at least the camera is working. Okay, let me check something. Okay, it's printing. Well, we can definitely get better accuracy if you go with 0.2 nozzle. But as I said, I don't want to have any like special requirements for that. So if I can print it with 0.4, everyone else should be able to do the same, and that will make it more universal, because that's what matters the most. Okay, and Nibbler also followed on Twitch. Thank you, Nibbler. So we are 75% there. Thanks for following. Okay, in the meantime, well, we still have the magnetic encoder hunting us. But looking at the complexity, I think we're gonna skip it. Well, at least we have one other working. We got the AS5600 working, which is this one. So I was thinking of using it for the volume, because this one has a fixed address. But at the same time, the mouse encoders, they work very nicely. So maybe it's a better idea to just stick with that. Easier to assemble, easier to program, cheaper, and most probably won't go out of stock that fast as maybe these magnetic encoders. Yeah, now when I look at it, maybe having like a shape like that, it wasn't the best idea. Maybe you should just go like this. Yeah, but then the exit would be somewhere over here. So yeah, I think, okay, this is still okay. We have the exit over here, or maybe just go straight down like this. Yeah, that might make even more sense. Now we can explore. Actually, if we take a look at it, okay, so 3 millimeters and yeah, technically we could have made just like an opening over here like this, and that maybe would do. Okay, see how it goes. Well, we have pre-programmed keyboard that supports encoder, so maybe we'll be able to hook it up today and like see how it really performs. Like, how does it scroll and does it click? I don't think there is a push button included in it, but we can fix it quickly. That shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, that might be interesting. If it works, of course. Okay, finishing now. Okay, and it's done. I'll be right back. Okay, so looks nice and clean. First thing, let's check the wire. Can we finally push it through? Well, the hole in it doesn't look too promising. Okay, we managed to push it through, so yeah, that should be good enough. And also I forgot that for Chordie I was using a different wire, not like this. Okay, but this one goes okay. Okay, later we're gonna check if we can actually solder it and put it back in. Okay, now let's take a look at the whole assembly. Okay, push button is in. Yeah, looks like there's plenty of space for the wire over here. Should be easy to wire it in once it's soldered. Okay, now I'm very curious about the support at the back. So okay, maybe let's try. This one is a big one. Okay, I have a clean. I have one encoder that we can try. Slide in. Yeah, actually it's good. As you can see, the metal thingy went in. It's not really blocking. And we still have a support over there. So it still sits. Okay, let's take a look. How does it work with the wheel? Yeah, let's see, like the legs are like chopped off. Yeah, but they don't seem to be blocking. Yeah, but at the same time, it looks like there is a lot of space. Yeah, so it's moving left and right, which means that we have too much. The hole for the metal pin is too big. Okay, so I was really hoping we have that nade already. Yeah, but other than that, it seems to be fine. Okay, the click is still in, the wire fits. So the last thing we need to take care of is the depth of the hole for the wire pin, I mean for the metal pin. Or maybe we can move it a little bit to this side. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that there is space here because I think I had it like set up correctly. Yeah, but looks like there is some space left. Actually, quite a lot. How does it look like with the spacing over here? The click is very nice. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, so our dimensions are not that accurate. It would seem so. Oh no, it's not true. Okay, how big is this? 3.6. Well, I was measuring it, and it seemed like it's gonna be more than that. Okay. Maybe you shouldn't have added this 0.15. Yeah, because this is exactly what we have now. Because you want it to be to sit flush, not like that. So it's like 375 right now, and it's supposed to be 3.6. Okay, my bad, as usual. Okay, so how can we fix it quickly? What is the time? Okay, looks like we are slowly running out of time. Okay, but we can still try to fix it. Okay, how to make it... I think because what I would like to do, I would like to shrink this wall. So I think I have to select all these walls over here. And then if I select these on the inside, and now if I move it minus 0.15, okay. Yeah, we still have this, we can grab this wall like this and move it back. Just control and scroll, and this is how we can select the hidden walls, hidden edges, and so forth. Okay, so I guess we just got our 0.15 back. So from 19 we dropped down to 1885. So is this really the amount that we have to move? Okay, I think we can still print it before the end of the stream and see how it fits, if this is the correct. Yeah, I think I shouldn't have added this 0.15 for it. It doesn't really make sense, since I wanted to be locked. Okay, one more quick check. This one is still 0.5. Okay, so the movement was correct. Okay, so that should be it. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's take a look at the printer. What is happening down there? Okay, so one more prototype goes into the scrap yard. Where did I put my screwdriver? Over here. So close, as usual. So close, but still some tiny thing is always getting in the way. Yeah, but it is looking quite good. Yeah, let's take a look at the metal pin. Because I'm kind of surprised that there is so much space that it's like can move left and right. Like from where the bearing is, it shouldn't really move that much. And the roller over here. And okay, if we can just slice it in half like this. Okay, let's take a line. So from here to here is, okay, it's 6 millimeters. And I think it was 6 millimeters. Yep, that is correct. So maybe I should just push it a little. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, I'm really, it's gonna be rather difficult to make a good footprint for it, to accommodate everything. Like when we look from the bottom, so, okay, I threw it away. So we're gonna have those three legs over here, and then 2 on this side. So we would need some kind of an adapter that we can just like put the encoder on the top, and then the bottom would have a correct output to fit into encoder like this one, something like this. So we also have the switch on this side and encoder is on this side, and also we would need something to fit into this one as well. Footprint for this is terrible. I can't wait for it to finish. How much longer? 5 minutes. Maybe I should put some of the switches back before I lose everything. It looks like a resistor or something like that. We won't be needing this, but we'll be needing the other ones. Okay, one more left. Actually, even more than that. Yeah, there's like quite a lot of them to choose from. But some like this one, you can't really solder anything to it. It's a surface mount. No, I also got the metal pins. I just ordered smaller ones because the smallest one that I have is M2, and I ordered M1 and M1.5, and the idea behind it was that maybe we'll be able to fit one of them through the encoder. That would be great, because this thing that holds it, it's not really the best. And now it's PLA, and I hope not, but it's possible that over time, if you keep pressing it a lot, actually this part might finally give in and break. So it would be better to have something that is metal, that we won't be able to kill. Yeah, but it's 185 when you look at it. Yeah, so 1.5 might be too small. And well, definitely M1 won't be even good. We'll see how it goes when it arrives. There's nothing else really fits in. Yeah. This is, I think this one is M2. Yep, this one is 2 millimeters. I was thinking also maybe it would be possible to kind of file it a little, but then it might be difficult to get a good like to make it even on every side. So then when you will be scrolling, it might be like going up and down, up and down. So yeah, that is an issue. Would be great if you can get a metal pin for that and have metal pins on both sides. That would be the ultimate solution. Or maybe, let's take a look. Okay, this one is definitely too big. I have this, and actually this one is like a hex. Okay, this one is too small. And the next one will be too big, most probably. Yeah. Then if you could have something in between. What is the size? Did they even say? It's like 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is what? Well, it doesn't say. Yeah, sadly, it doesn't fit. And also this one, it's almost. Oh wait, on the other side, because I don't think it's the same size on both ends. This one is bigger. Also, no go. Yeah, so we don't really have any metal substitute, at least for now. Okay, how is the print going? Looks like it's coming to an end. And it's done. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we know that the wire fits, so we don't really have to check, but we can take a look still. Okay, it's quite easy to push through. And the wire is... what is the size of this wire? It doesn't really say. It's AVG 24 by AVG 30. I don't know which one is it. take a look. 0.65. Okay, so this fits, so that is fine. Let's put the push button in. Okay, it's more or less in the center. Okay, let's take our encoder. Okay, we still have some space left, and that is interesting. I moved it already so much, and it's still moving left and right. So it's not fully locked on this side. Yeah, looking at it, it looks like it's like 0.4, 0.5 maybe. Still left. Or actually, if you look at it, if we push it all the way to the back, so it sits flush with the holder. So basically, that is not the issue over here. The issue is with this one. So I think we can make the roller a little bit bigger. Or we can move everything to make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, that is a question. I think I will just move it. Make it smaller maybe. Although we are already at 18.75, if I remember correctly. So that is not that bad. I am more concerned about this dimension. So once we have it together with some key, would it be okay or not? Okay. I think we will have something to work on the next stream on Friday. So far everything is by schedule, so we should continue our work. If I have the time, I will try to fix it off stream, and maybe on Friday we can just hook it up. And yeah, it would be good if I have time to prepare a mock-up of the plate for MX and for the chalk. And maybe I can just come up with some different ideas. Or maybe we can do some like magnetic stuff, and do that so we can easily rearrange the keys and see like depending on how it's placed compared to other keys, like if it's like on top, on the bottom, maybe on the side, would it be okay to scroll, or would it like hit something or not? Because like currently we only know that it's scrolling nicely and that it clicks nicely, and yeah, and there's almost perfect fit for it. Yeah, so I have to decide if I want to make the roller bigger or if I want to just move everything. Yeah, still something that I need to decide on. Okay, for today, thank you very much for watching, for joining, for commenting. A big shout out to our new followers. And I see you everyone on Friday. Have a good rest and take care. I see you soon. Bye bye.